frozen guy in the cave, but I got
Can you believe they're still making video games about losers like the Avengers? They already had their turn. 2, in fact. Though I'm not sure if they're both strictly canon. Either way, when was the last time you saw a game with a duck on the cover? The industry needs to change, starting with my new game, codename Project Egg. Sadly, my Quackstarter campaign fell through, so I'm gonna need to find the funds for this thing some other way. Think you could help me find a wealthy entrepreneur that I can hit up for the dough? You won't regret it, kid. See what you can find out from the folks around here. There's gotta be at least one money bags in this joint.
Something must have gone down in the Cave of Dragons. That disembodied voice isn't yelling at me when I walk past.
The thing they don't warn you about when working at the bank is the folks who keep you working late drying off waterlogged treasure. How'd it get so wet? And why was there so much of it? Whoever it belonged to must be rich.
Looked like something big was going down on top of the Avengers mansion earlier. Think it had anything to do with that massive face that appeared in the sky? Nah. Probably on...
That old prospector over in the Old West said he pulled a big hole of something out of the water the other day. Didn't say what it was, but he was winking so hard I thought he was going to hurt himself. And he was soaking wet. What a strange fellow.
I hate the way Kang...
Why do bad guys never seem...
My training never prepared me for this. Probably because it was in software development.
ATM refused my card the other day. Apparently because my bank doesn't exist in this universe anymore. So now I'm pretty much living on a diet of bits of old shoe, which is surprisingly good if you leave it to soak in rainwater for a while. So I've been thinking about this Kang guy, and I don't think I care for him very much.
I'd been saving up for months to buy my dream car. But since everywhere I needed to drive to no longer exists, I don't need it anymore. So I did the logical thing and burned all my money.
You know Howard the Duck? I got something I was hoping you could pass on to him. A big slap upside the head. That feathered crook stole my sandwich.
I really want to roll a big snowball down the mountain. Trains are hard enough in the city without giant frozen boulders hurtling towards the place.
So what do you got for me? Could be something there. If we can confirm it wasn't just an old booty dug up. Promising. If we knew who cashed in that loot, we could definitely hit them up. So putting what you've told me through the old Detective Mellon, we can deduce that the old prospector over in the Old West recently came into some serious cheddar. This is perfect. The only thing now is to figure out how to convince an old-timey prospector to invest in a Talking Ducks video game. But that won't be the weirdest thing I do all week by any stretch. Thanks for the help, kid. Oh, and if you run into Forbush Man, could you tell him the funds are in the bag? Last I heard, the poor guy was looking into making money through social media marketing.
Huh.
You want me to shovel all that snow? That's too much, man.
Four Manhattans. Ha ha ha.
Hey, at least we still have our health. Oh, come on.
Ah! Apparently there's some kind of exhibition happening up in that ruined building. Man, I do not get that fancy. Thanks. For a minute there, I thought I was gonna have to defend myself. I just want to go home already.
blatant blizzard. Just be grateful I didn't park your stupid city next to the dark dimension like I originally planned.
So, the bank called and told me my assets had been frozen. Get it? Because the city's literally frozen? But yeah, I'm also snowed under with